We all know that Meghan Markle has burned quite a few bridges and dropped quite a few friends along the way. They always say, hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. Well, how about an entire girl squad of shunned ex besties who are planning an epic takedown of one Meghan Markle? Rumor has it Jessica Mulroney, the ex bestie of Meghan Markle, is planning to unleash a tell all memoir, and let's just say she might know where the bodies are buried. Is karma coming to call Meghan Markle? And should she be worried about this new girl squad of ex besties who are planning to serve up some revenge served cold? You guys, we have a lot of juicy royal daily tea to get through today. So you know what to do. Sit back and relax. Grab yourself a beverage and let's get into the royal daily tea. So Meghan Markle has acquired quite the collection, quite the squad of ex-besties and people that she has done wrong. Again, Meghan Markle has made a total career out of burning bridges, sinking the boats, and having a graveyard of people that she's buried along the way, all the way up to the D-list of Hollywood. Yes, Meghan Markle, she's such an achiever that she's gotten all the way to the D-list in Hollywood. Now we're going to go through the list of some of these people who are rumored to be planning a massive takedown of Meghan Markle. Again, revenge is best served cold. And these women, y'all, they're not playing around. Karma's definitely coming a calling for one Meghan Markle. So we're going to go through a couple of the people who could be a part of this new project that is going to take Meghan Markle down. So let's go ahead and get into the first one. So Stassi Schroeder is an ex-reality TV star turned major influencer who is best known for playing herself on a show called Vanderpump Rule. Now, she was the resident baddie. She was the resident bad girl, but she was the breakout star of season 1. She was the Regina George of the waitresses at the Sir restaurant owned by Lisa Vanderpump, who's over there on the left. But Stassi Schroeder has been an influencer and a podcaster for well over 10 years. So since leaving Vanderpump Rules about 9 years ago, she has amassed around 3.5 million Instagram followers. Now compare that to Meghan Markle, who has 4.2 million followers. This is a woman who doesn't have Meghan Markle's platform, her fame, her clout, her friends, a royal title, and she has 3.5 million followers. She has also written 3 best-selling books, and she has an award-winning podcast. She is what you call an A-list celebrity influencer, and she's been on a couple of different reality shows. So the fact that Meghan Markle pissed this woman off, I would say, was a pretty big mistake. So what did Meghan Markle do to piss off Stassi Schroeder? So you want to know what turned a huge fan of Meghan Markle, Stassi Schroeder, against Meghan Markle. Well, according to her, she actually talked about this on her podcast. She was fuming that Meghan Markle did not give her a gift box, or as we call it, a grift box of her As Ever products. Now, I know that sounds petty, but remember, Stassi is a huge influencer with 3.5 million Instagram followers. She also has a huge following on her podcast, and people do listen to what she advertises. She gets brand deals. So being the fact that she was one of Meghan Markle's biggest supporters, always talking positively about Meghan when people were raging against her, she feels like Meghan did not appreciate her support. Now, remember, Meghan Markle gave out those grift boxes to a lot of influencers who barely had like 500 followers. And a lot of people were asking, why? Why are you giving out these grift boxes to these people with zero platform? And here you have one of your biggest supporters with over 3 million followers, and you don't give her a grift box? Now, Stacey took to her podcast where she basically said she's renouncing her loyalty to Meghan Markle because she felt Meghan Markle did her wrong. She said, I literally defended her when no one else did. I'm furious. And this is the last straw. I'm not watching her show anymore. I'm going to unfollow her right now. And she literally unfollows Meghan Markle live on her podcast. So Meghan made a huge mistake in making an enemy of Stassi Schroeder. Now again, Meghan Markle sent out those grift boxes to people that had like no following, and everyone was scratching their heads. Why are these girls getting, remember those cooking kits with those wooden spoons that said, with love, Meghan? A lot of people felt like it was free swag from the Netflix cooking show, and they were just unloading it on people. But again, why do you unload something like that on someone who's not going to grow your platform, someone who's not going to grow your brand? Stassi Schroeder would be the perfect person for her to have sent these items to, especially since Stassi Schroeder was such a cheerleader for Meghan Markle. People like Kris Jenner and Kim Kardashian, Khloe Kardashian, barely did a story showcasing their free products. Somebody like Stassi Schroeder would have literally ride or died for Meghan Markle. I think she would have made a reel, a story, a post, talk about it on the podcast, a YouTube video. She would have tweeted it. That thing would have been everywhere because she was a mega fan and supporter of Meghan Markle. But again, Meghan Markle and business sense do not go in the same sentence. Maybe that's why As Ever's doing a liquidation of their products. Just saying, Meghan, you messed up because now Stassi Schroeder is no longer your biggest fan. So let's talk about another person, Millie McIntosh, who is also a part of the ex-friend girl squad and could be a part of this brand new takedown of Meghan Markle. Now, Millie McIntosh apparently met Meghan Markle a couple of years ago at an event in Turkey, and they immediately bonded because they had quite a few things in common. They both had gone through a divorce. They were both into wellness. They both had blogs. And Meghan Markle was very, very interested in relocating to London. Now, Millie McIntosh is a reality star of a show called Made in Chelsea. She was pretty famous and well known in the UK. And it's rumored that Meghan Markle also was trying to get on the show Made in Chelsea. Now, apparently this was around 2015, 2016, where Meghan Markle had come out several times to visit Millie McIntosh, and they hung out in London. She gave Meghan Markle all of her best contacts, told her where to go to get her hair done, her nails done, took her to bars, introduced her to people. They went bike riding. They had drinks by the pool. They did things that girlfriends and friends would do. Then around that time, she said the last time they hung out together, they went biking together. So they had a full day of drinking wine by the pool, went shopping, went bike riding. It was a wonderful time. And during that last visit, Meghan casually mentioned, by the way, I'm dating H. You know, Meghan Markle was just so secretive. She even told Millie she was dating Prince Harry. Now, a couple months later, Millie said that she noticed that their relationship had become public. So Millie kind of congratulated her and said, congratulations on your, new relationship. And Meghan was very, very curt, kind of rude with a one-syllable answer, and she felt snubbed by Meghan Markle. She felt like she had gone out of her way to be Meghan Markle's friend, that she had literally took her under her wing, and now Meghan Markle was being very curt and very rude and very dismissive of Millie. And she said after that, she didn't reach out to Meghan Markle and she never saw or heard from Meghan Markle again. Again, this is Meghan Markle's MO. She only likes you until she doesn't need you anymore. So now, here this woman is thinking that they're friends. They met in Turkey, they had several visits together. She introduced her to people, took her under her wing, was maybe going to get her on the show, told her about her relationship with Harry, so it wasn't like it was a secret. Because again, Meghan Markle doesn't keep secrets. And then Meghan got very rude and abrupt with her. And it was really unlike any other communications that the two of them have had before. So clearly, Meghan decided, I'm with H. It's public now. You're just a reality star. You're no longer of use to me. And they never spoke again, according to Millie. Now, in my opinion, that is a pretty messed up way to treat someone, even if they're just a casual friend. There's absolutely no need to do that, especially since that person was showing her around London and was giving her contacts. And if she wouldn't have gotten with H, she would have needed this person. But again, Meghan Markle is a user. Another person she used, Lizzie Cundy. I believe they met on the red carpet or at a dinner event. They became fast friends. And Meghan Markle even said to her, I'm looking for a rich UK husband. And she had designs on, I believe, a man named Ashley Cole, who was a footballer. She was trying to get a rich UK husband and he was not interested. And Lizzie Cundy was trying to help her introduce her to the right people. But the minute she got with Harry, she dumped Liz Cundy. And Liz Cundy, y'all, is not a fan of Meghan Markle. She actually does not hold back. She has called her bitter in regards to her jealousy of Catherine, the Princess of Wales. Every single time Lizzie can take a cheap shot at Meghan, she does it. And I have to say, I'm here for it because I know she feels some kind of way. She feels used, and I feel she's justified to give her personal opinion. And of course, the king of all kings of slapbacks to Meghan Markle, Piers Morgan. Boy, this was the wrong man for Meghan Markle to piss off. This man has carried a hatred of Meghan Markle for what, 7+ years, ever since she got with H. This man has been bitter about his dislike, we shall say, of Meghan Markle. Now, according to the story, she was very friendly, kind of flirty with him. Again, she was thinking about coming to the UK, so she was smoozing up to Piers Morgan, who was a big star. They met for drinks. He thought they were friends. He was probably going to help her out. And the next day, she met H, according to their meet cute story, and he never heard from her again. She dropped him like a hot potato. And so according to that, he's miffed. He's still miffed, and he cannot stand Harry and Meghan. And like Lizzie Cundy, every single time he can take a cheap shot, he takes a cheap shot. Again, Meghan Markle has a really big talent for being a failure at business and a failure at burning bridges with the wrong people. She burns bridges with celebrities who have a platform. I am sure Meghan Markle never anticipated when she ghosted Liz Cundy or Millie McIntosh or Piers Morgan that they would literally continue for 7 years the hate brigade that they have for Meghan Markle. I guess it's called karma. Then we have the ex-Vogue editor Edward Enningfold, who pretty much hints that he will never work with Meghan Markle again, which is a little bit shocking. Now, this is a gentleman who was working for Vogue magazine when Meghan Markle was a guest editor back in 2019. Now, you would think the two of them would have a lot in common. It was said they got along great. But again, there was also rumors there was a huge falling out between the pair. And he didn't do anything to dispel the rumors that they are not exactly on friendly terms. So recently, Edward Eddingfold has pretty much failed to dispel the rumors of a major rift with Meghan Markle after he hinted that he won't work with her again. Now, in the past, the ex Vogue editor once described Meghan Markle as the ultimate force for change and a biracial powerhouse. But 6 years later, Mr. Eddingfold has set up a brand new magazine, and when he was asked if he will work with Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex, on the cover, he said, "I feel like I've already done that and I don't need to repeat it." What? What? To quote Oprah Winfrey. Now, in my opinion, that sounds like he doesn't like her and he never wants to work with her again. Because if you're someone who likes someone in a professional capacity, you're going to want to continue to collaborate with those people. Like on YouTube, I collaborate with several of the same YouTubers because one, I like them, and two, I find them relevant to my platform in the Megxit community. So apparently, he doesn't feel that Meghan Markle is the right person for his brand new publication or has a relevant space in pop culture. But he has used people like Julia Roberts and Gwyneth Paltrow, but not Meghan Markle. Again, they worked together previously in 2019. She's in his Rolodex, and he doesn't want to use her, even though she is infamous and a royal duchess. That tells me he doesn't like Meghan Markle. So not only did Mr. Eddingfield say he would not work with Meghan Markle again because he's, quote, already been there, done that, got the t-shirt, it's done and dusted, but he has worked with A-listers like Julia Roberts and Gwyneth Paltrow. He did say that he would happily feature King Charles and Queen Camilla because, quote, they care about the same things I do. Now, I do find that very, very interesting. And again, the minute people rub shoulders with real royalty, everyone else, you're no longer relevant. Meghan Markle, you are not relevant. You are a D-list celebrity, a failed TV actress, and a failed royal duchess. So much so that this guy who has a brand new magazine doesn't even want to talk to you, doesn't want to feature you, but would feature King Charles and Queen Camilla. May I rest my case to the jury? Okay. Again, everyone always picks the real royals over Meghan and Harry. The crown always wins. And the fact that this man said he doesn't want to work with her again, that tells me he doesn't like Meghan. He doesn't find her relevant in the pop culture, celebrity fashion space. Now, that, in my opinion, is karma served with chef's kiss. Again, karma's coming a calling, Meghan Markle. You're starting to run out of allies and you're starting to run out of friends. So the biggest friendship bust up, of course, has to be that of Meghan Markle and Jessica Mulroney. Now, Jessica Mulroney met Meghan Markle on the set of Suits when she was working as a stylist. Jessica was well known in the industry, has a ton of high-level celebrity clients. She also married into a very prominent, well-to-do family, and she herself came from a very rich family. Jessica Mulroney knows who's who of Canada and the UK, so of course Meghan Markle stuck to Jessica like white on rice. Meghan Markle knew a good golden goose when she saw it. Now, it's rumored that Jessica Mulroney introduced her to Soho House and Marcus Anderson. I don't know if that is true, but it does make sense. Meghan Markle was a fledgling D-list actress who barely made it onto Suits. She had a couple of really bad Hallmark movies, was married to Trevor Engelson, but of course, the minute she got her paycheck from Suits, she sent her wedding rings in the mail and gave Trevor the heave-ho. So rumor has it that Meghan Markle and Jessica Mulroney were fast friends, that Meghan Markle was on the phone when H was proposing. She was filming it with Jessica Mulroney, which is kind of weird. And of course, all of her children played a major role in Meghan Markle's wedding. And here is a photograph of Jessica Mulroney's twin sons helping Meghan Markle with her wedding veil at her wedding. And I believe her daughter was also in the wedding. So if you have someone's children in your wedding, that is a very, very special and close relationship. Now in 2020, Jessica had a huge fallout with another influencer where she accused her of having white privilege. It got really, really nasty. And unfortunately for Jessica, she became canceled. She lost work, TV shows, deals, and her friendship with Meghan Markle. Now, to Jessica's credit, she has never come out publicly and bashed Meghan Markle. Unlike all of her other friends, she has been pretty quiet until just recently. Now, recently, she let it slip in an article that she regretted her friendship with Meghan Markle, said it was a bad choice, and that she believes the bust up of her friendship with Meghan Markle led to her divorce. Jessica is now going through a divorce with her husband, and she regrets her friendship with Meghan Markle. So now there is a rumor that Jessica is going to write a tell-all book where she's going to talk about her time being canceled due to that huge mistake she made in 2020, where she got into it with another influencer. Now, some people say that she said she will not trash Meghan Markle, that she won't mention the fallout of her decade-long friendship. That was before those comments that she made about regretting her friendship with Meghan Markle and how it contributed to the worst time in her life and ultimately helped to end her marriage. It sounds like somebody's starting to sing. A little canary is starting to go tweet, tweet, because I think there's a huge check that's being written in Jessica's name. And if she's smart, girlfriend, spill the tea. You don't owe any loyalty to a woman who dumped you 5 years ago. You don't owe her anything. Now, according to the article, it said that Jessica was afraid to come out and say anything about Meghan Markle. I don't buy it. Because remember, if you tell the truth and you have receipts, you have nothing to worry about. And I believe Jessica knows where the bodies are buried, and she's got quite a few receipts. Remember, Meghan Markle has never sued Tom Bauer or Valentine Lowe. And why is that? Because if you tell the truth and have receipts, folks, you can't sue them for libel because they're not lying. It's not like Samantha Markle, who can sue Meghan Markle and is suing because Meghan Markle told porcupine lies and made up stories and falsified information about her house sister, Samantha Markle. That is libel, but telling your side of a story, telling your truth with your receipts according to you, you can't sue someone, folks, if you're telling the truth. So according to Radar Online, Meghan Markle is facing a huge prospect of a problem of an epic group takedown from former friends who, insiders tell RadarOnline.com, are preparing a joint documentary project for either Netflix or a rival streaming platform like Hulu that want to take on Meghan Markle. Now, this would feature possibly Jessica Mulroney, who's considering, again, unleashing a tell-all book on the diva Duchess herself. Now, this to me would be epic if this actually turned into a documentary. Could you imagine all of these people that Meghan Markle has shunned sitting down for a documentary? Now, the idea is a group documentary, multiple voices, one story, all of it united against Meghan Markle with her mistreatment, her shunning, and her narcissism toward her friends. I mean, let's add in her, ex-Suits cast members. Let's add in her family, Add in Pierce Morgan, Jessica Cundy. I mean, the list goes on and on. But the insider does say they do believe Netflix is unlikely to pick up the documentary due to their relationship with Meghan Markle. But again, there are so many other networks out there who probably would jump at the chance to have a documentary slamming Meghan Markle. So, what do you guys think? Do you think there could actually be a documentary about Meghan Markle's ex friends taking her down? Would you watch this documentary? If Jessica Mulroney writes a book and she slams Meghan Markle and tells her side of the story, would you buy the book? I certainly will buy it. Leave me your comments, guys, down below. As always, I appreciate each and every one of you, and I hope to see y'all in the next video. Bye, guys.